In this video we're going to complete example 1. We're going to use the cosine rule to calculate the value of x in the following triangle correct to 2 decimal places. So when I bring up my triangle, what I want to do is I want to label my vertices and my edges. And the first thing you want to do is label capital C on your marked angle. In this case it's 61 degrees. Then you label capital A and capital B. Doesn't really matter what order you label them in. Okay? Now opposite our capital C is lowercase c, opposite my capital B is lowercase b, and opposite my capital A is lowercase a. You will notice that we have 3 sides marked, like so, and that we have 1 angle marked. When you have 3 sides and an angle, that tells you that you're using the cosine rule. Now all we need to do is use substitution. C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos capital C. Alright, now you'll notice that C is represented by the pronumeral x, so we'll replace that. We need to substitute A for the number 12 squared, and B we substitute with the number 8. Minus 2, and it's 2 lots of A and B. So A again was 12 and B again was 8. Cos, and then our angle, capital C, was 61 degrees. Alright, now we now have enough information to just type it in our calculator. I would like to point out something that sometimes confuses some students, and that is where the multiplication is. The numbers that I've written next to each other in brackets are technically 2 times 12 times 8 and then times cos 61. Something you will notice in mathematics is quite often, instead of writing the multiplication sign, they'll write numbers next to each other with brackets. It means the same thing. It means they're all being multiplied together. Anyway, let's bring up our calculator and work this out. I can't seem to find a, I guess you could call it a sweet spot where I can put my calculator. Maybe just there will do. Okay, put it here for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the right side of the equal sign. So I'm going to go 12 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 12 times 8 times cos 61 degrees, making sure it says DEG or D for degrees at the top, equals, and I'm getting 114.916. I'm going to write down, it says it wants an answer to 2 decimal places, but I haven't actually quite finished yet, so I think I'll write this down to, let's go 3 decimal places, 0.917 for now. So that equaled 114.917. Okay, now we haven't quite finished because this is what x squared equals. We need to figure out what x equals. So we need to find the square root of 114.917. Remembering that we have rounded a bit early before we got our final solution, and that we need to be careful with that. So if I find the square root of that number, the good thing is that I've kept the number in my calculator. So the calculator has not been rounded yet. If I just push the square root button on this particular calculator, it should put the previous answer in there, alright, which is good. So my solution is 10.7 to 2 decimal places, 10.72. 10.72, and this will be in centimeters. It is good practice to double check that this solution is correct, and there is a way you can do that. You can look at your triangle and just look at the other sides. We've got a side of 12 centimeters, we have a side of 8 centimeters, and we want to look at our solution and just see if it kind of fits in with these sides, and it does look like it. It's not too much bigger or too much smaller than these sides, so I would say that my solution is correct. Anyway, that concludes example 1. Remember to read the description below for links to workbooklets that relate to this video.